buying a car but don't want to do the research, the shopping, the negotiating? Well, our guest today has a solution for you. Leanne Shattuck, the Chief Car Chick. Say that 3 times fast. I love it. Of Automotive Solutions is here today to explain and share with us what your unique place in this buying opportunity looks like. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Now, tell us about how you found and how you created this unique experience.
Well, my partner Michelle Lundy had worked in the automotive industry since she was 15 years old, and she saw how these women who were doctors and lawyers and business owners, these were very smart, high-powered women, but they felt like they needed to bring a man with them to buy a $30,000 car. And that just didn't make any sense to her.
Right.
So she did some research and found out that women do pay on average $1,000 more for the same car as their male counterparts.
Really? I mean, even today in 2011?
Even today, women tend to be a little more intimidated by the car buying process than their male counterparts. But the men don't like it much either. About 60% of our clients are men.
Wow. Now, what is it that they don't like? Is there a specific reason?
Sure, the car buying process is designed to maximize the profit for the dealership. Obviously, they're a business. Their job is to make a profit, and there's nothing wrong with that. But because we don't haggle for things traditionally in our society, I mean, you don't go into the grocery store and take a can of green beans up to the cashier and say, "I'll give you 39 cents for it. What do you say?"
Right.
We just don't negotiate for goods and services on a daily basis the way people do in other countries.
Well, with that corporate influence, you really don't feel like you have that as an option.
And the process is really designed because it's designed to maximize the dealer's profits, you're automatically at a little bit of a disadvantage. Because they sell 300 cars a month, but you may only buy a car once every few years.
So you're kind of rusty at the whole process.
They know the process much better than you do. I mean, they design the sales process, and the automotive industry spends millions of dollars a year training their salespeople on that process. So for you, you might as well be walking into a casino because the odds are stacked in favor of the house.
Not good.
Not good.
Now, you speak of this process. Can you walk us through that?
Sure. Our process is a little bit different. If you just walked onto a dealership's lot, you get pigeonholed into their sales process, and they control or try to control everything that happens. With us, we kind of level that playing field because we've been in the industry. We know their process as well as they do, and we've created a different process that brings some advantage back to the customer but still creates a win-win for the dealership. So, Patty, let's say you were looking for a new car. We would sit down and you would tell me what kind of car you wanted, whether it's new or used. And if you're not sure, that's fine. We'll help you make that decision. That's actually the fun part for me. That's why I'm the car chick.
The cheap car chick. I love it. Okay.
And so then, you would be able to just sit back and relax, and we would worry about finding the car, negotiating the best price. If you have a vehicle to trade in, we'll shop that around as well to get you the best selling price for that vehicle, even if it's at a different dealership. We'll help you get the best financing, put the whole thing together. All you have to do is sign the papers and take the keys, and you can save hundreds of thousands of dollars without all the frustrations.
You sound like a real estate agent. It sounds like
same concept. In a way, yes, it is. We truly are a buyer's agent. And if you think about it, Patty, the house is usually the biggest expense you'll have in a lifetime. But a car is usually the second largest expense. Why would you not have someone in your back pocket to help you through that process to save you money?
I don't know why someone hasn't thought of this sooner.
I think probably because the automotive industry traditionally has not been very good at thinking outside the box, but also women only make up 7% of the entire industry, and most of that is back office, kind of clerical type positions. Women only represent about 3% of the sales force and management of dealerships. So I just think it took a couple of car chicks to kind of figure out that there has to be a better way to do this that will benefit both the consumer and the dealerships.
Wow. Now, what about relationships with those dealerships? Do you have core dealerships who you work with, or is it an open market?
It's an open market. We want to make sure the dealers know that they are competing for our business every single time. So we'll shop your deal around to at least 4 or 5 different dealers in the area, and we can work across the country. There are certain dealerships we found that we will not work with because they don't meet our professional and ethical standards, but that's a very, very few. Most of the dealerships are wonderful to work with, and we help them to sell a car they might not otherwise have sold.
Now, my question would be, if I used the chief car chick to assist me in my next car purchase, the money that I save with you, would I turn around and make it up in terms of a commission that I pay to you? How does the pay scale work?
We have just a flat fee because we don't want our compensation to be tied to the price of the car, because we're trying to get you the best price on the car.
Yes.
So it's just a flat fee that our customers pay up front to cover our time and expertise to handle the negotiating process for them.
Now, is this local, regional, or a national program?
It is a national program. We have consultants across the country, and any of our consultants can work with clients anywhere in the United States.
So I would call you, we would sit down, we would qualify the type of car, the budget that I'm working within,
Correct.
and then you would do the research, you would find it, and then when everything's agreed upon, you would actually bring it to my house, and we would sign the papers?
We would either have it delivered to your house, or we would go with you to the dealership if it's a local delivery, just to hold your hand through the delivery process, make sure everything goes smoothly, and kind of coach you through some of the additional products they might want to sell you in the finance office.
This sounds fantastic. I love this idea. Now, what other steps have you got, in place? Because this just seems like you buy a car and then you run into service. And I would think that women, again, are at a disadvantage when they're negotiating service on their
A lot
car.
of my clients have asked for help on the service side, both the men and the women, because it's also a time savings. And I think
Yes.
that's why a lot of
Oh.
our customers are men, because they just don't have the time.
Exactly.
So we actually have another company called The Car Doctor, which is a concierge mechanic service where the mechanic comes to you, and it's a whole medical model to where we treat your car like a patient. And, every
again.
time we touch the car, we kind of give it a full physical and give you a printout to show you every little thing on your car and what the condition of it is. So it's not a surprise. You know how
Exactly.
your car is wearing, and we prioritize those items so these are the things you need to fix as soon as possible, because your safety could be compromised, or you might get a ticket, you might get pulled over,
Yes.
got brake lights out. Here are the thing, kind of priority 2, that you should do as soon as possible, because it's important to the health of your car. Your transmission fluid's starting to get icky.
Right.
And here are the things that if they're not bothering you, who cares?
Exactly.
It's just not that important,
And-
If the rear window doesn't roll down and it's not a problem for you, then you
Just
don't need
go
to
with
spend the money on it.
Exactly. Everybody wants the confidence of knowing when they get in the car, it's going to take them where they need to go.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, tell us, Leanne, about you personally. What projects have you got on the?
Got a lot of things. It's 2011. We're in the 2011 racing season. I have a race team called Car Chick Racing.
Of course.
And I have a new.
What are your colors?
I drive my pink and white Mini Cooper named
Yes.
Maggie.
Named
And-
Maggie. I love it.
And I have a rookie driver this year who's also co-driving my car and learning how to race. Her name's Nicole. She's doing really, really well.
Fantastic.
And I'm also the co-host of the America's Garage radio show.
Now, where can our viewers tune in to find you?
Down in the Rock Hill area, it's on 1150 AM WAVO. We're every Saturday from 1 to 2. And up in the North Charlotte Concord area, it's on the sister station, 1410 AM. And they can also stream it off of our website at americasgarageshow.com.
You heard it here. Ladies, this is fantastic. The place to go for buying the car, servicing the car, and continuing to learn knowledge about owning a car.
Right.
Thank you so much, Leanne Shattuck, Chief Car Chick. Right?
Right.
Fantastic. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.